Apple, a brand synonymous with sleek design and cutting-edge technology, began in a California garage and grew into a global icon. In 1976, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started Apple in a Cupertino garage, driven by a passion for electronics and a vision to make personal computing accessible. Jobs envisioned intuitive technology, while Wozniak's technical genius brought it to life, creating a dynamic partnership that revolutionized computing. The Apple I, though not a commercial success, was a pivotal step, leading to the creation of the groundbreaking Apple II. The Apple II, launched in 1977, introduced color graphics, transforming personal computing into a vibrant, user-friendly experience. The Apple II's success established Apple as a major player, setting a new standard for user-friendly, powerful personal computers. In 1984, the Macintosh introduced a graphical user interface and mouse, revolutionizing human-computer interaction. The Macintosh democratized computing, making it accessible to everyone and inspiring a new era of user-centered design. The iconic 1984 Super Bowl commercial positioned the Macintosh as a symbol of rebellion and individual empowerment. Despite the Macintosh's success, internal tensions led to Steve Jobs' departure from Apple in 1985, marking a turning point in the company's history. The years following Jobs' departure were a turbulent period for Apple. The company, once synonymous with innovation and a rebellious spirit, seemed to lose its way. Without Jobs' visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to design and user experience, Apple's product lines became bloated and confusing. The company released a slew of new products, many of which lacked a clear purpose and failed to capture the imagination of consumers. Meanwhile, a new competitor, Microsoft, was rapidly gaining ground with its Windows operating system. Windows, while initially technically inferior to Apple's Macintosh operating system, benefited from its lower cost and its compatibility with a wider range of hardware. As the personal computer market matured, price became an increasingly important factor, and Apple, with its premium pricing strategy, struggled to compete. The Macintosh, once a symbol of innovation and user-friendliness, began to lose its luster. While Apple continued to release new models, they often felt incremental, lacking the groundbreaking innovation that had characterized the original Macintosh. The company that had once been a leader in the personal computer revolution now found itself struggling to keep pace with the competition. Apple, without Jobs at the helm, seemed to have lost its way. The company that had once been defined by its clear vision and unwavering commitment to design excellence now seemed adrift, lacking direction and struggling to find its place in a rapidly changing technological landscape. The future of Apple, once bright and full of promise, now seemed uncertain and perilous. By the mid-1990s, Apple's decline had become increasingly apparent. The company that had once revolutionized the personal computer industry was now seen as a niche player, clinging to its shrinking base of loyal customers. The magic, it seemed, had faded. However, in a twist of fate that would become the stuff of legend, the very man who had led Apple to its initial glory was about to make a dramatic return. In 1996, Apple, desperate for a turnaround, made the bold decision to acquire Next, a computer company founded by Steve Jobs after his departure from Apple. The acquisition was more than just a business transaction, it was a homecoming. Jobs, who had spent the intervening years honing his skills and nurturing his own vision, was back at the helm of the company he had co-founded. Jobs' return to Apple in 1997 sent a jolt of excitement through the tech industry and reignited a sense of hope among Apple's loyal followers. His return was not merely symbolic, it was a seismic shift that would alter the course of Apple's history and indeed the entire technological landscape. Jobs, with his characteristic blend of vision, determination, and an uncanny ability to anticipate market trends, was on a mission to rescue Apple from the brink of irrelevance and restore it to its former glory. His return was met with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. Could Jobs, the visionary who had revolutionized the industry once before, work his magic again? Could he revive a company that seemed to have lost its way? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain: Apple would never be the same. Upon his return, Jobs wasted no time in asserting his authority and implementing his vision for Apple's future. He ruthlessly streamlined the company's product line, cutting loose projects that he deemed unfocused or non-essential. Jobs believed that Apple had spread itself too thin, trying to be all things to all people. His mantra was focus, simplicity, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. In 1998, just a year after his return, Jobs unveiled the iMac, a computer that would become a symbol of Apple's resurgence. The iMac was a radical departure from the beige boxes that dominated the PC market at the time. It was a sleek, all-in-one machine, housed in a translucent Bondi blue case that immediately set it apart from the competition. The iMac wasn't just about looks, it was a powerful machine that showcased Apple's commitment to innovation and user-friendly design. The iMac was a critical and commercial success, breathing new life into Apple and capturing the imagination of consumers who had grown weary of the bland offerings from other PC makers. The iMac was more than just a computer, it was a statement. It declared that Apple was back, and it was ready to reclaim its position as a leader in innovation and design. The iMac marked the beginning of Apple's renaissance. It was a tangible manifestation of Jobs' vision for the company, a vision that emphasized simplicity, elegance, and a seamless user experience. The iMac was a sign of things to come, a harbinger of a new era of Apple products that would once again captivate the world. The iMac's success was not just about its technical specifications, it was about its design. Jobs understood that technology was more than just about functionality. It was about emotion, about how a product made you feel. He believed that design was not just about aesthetics, it was about making technology more approachable, more human. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple established a new design language that would influence an entire generation of technology products. This design language was characterized by clean lines, minimalist aesthetics, and a focus on materials and craftsmanship. Apple products were no longer just tools, they were objects of desire, status symbols that reflected the user's discerning taste. Jobs' obsession with design extended to every aspect of the user experience. From the packaging of Apple products to the intuitive design of its software, every detail was meticulously considered and crafted to create a sense of delight and satisfaction. Apple products were no longer just functional, they were experiences, carefully orchestrated to engage the senses and evoke an emotional response. This new design language was more than just a marketing ploy, it was a reflection of Apple's core values. Jobs believed that technology should be both powerful and accessible, beautiful and intuitive. The iMac, with its groundbreaking design and user-friendly interface, was the embodiment of this philosophy, and it would serve as a blueprint for a new generation of Apple products that would transform the way we interact with technology. The dawn of the new millennium brought with it a sense of boundless technological possibility. The internet was rapidly connecting the world, and digital music was beginning to transform the way people consumed entertainment. Apple, under Jobs' revitalized leadership, was poised to ride this wave of innovation and redefine the very notion of portable music. In 2001, Apple introduced the iPod, a device that would revolutionize the way we listen to music. The iPod wasn't the first MP3 player on the market, but it was the first to truly capture the imagination of consumers. With its sleek design, intuitive interface, and most importantly, its ability to hold 1,000 songs in your pocket, the iPod quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Prior to the iPod, portable music meant bulky CD players with limited storage or unreliable low-capacity MP3 players. The iPod changed all that, offering a seamless and elegant solution for carrying your entire music library with you wherever you went. Its iconic click wheel, a masterpiece of minimalist design, made navigating your music collection a breeze. The iPod was more than just a technological marvel, it was a cultural touchstone. It became a fashion statement, a symbol of coolness and digital savvy. The sight of white earbuds dangling from ears became ubiquitous, a testament to the iPod's widespread appeal. Apple had once again tapped into the zeitgeist, anticipating and shaping consumer desires in a way that few companies could match. The iPod's success wasn't just about its hardware, it was also about the ecosystem that Apple built around it. The iTunes Music Store, launched in 2003, provided a legal and user-friendly way to purchase and download digital music. For the first time, users could legally buy individual songs rather than entire albums, a revolutionary concept at the time. The integration between the iPod, iTunes, and the iTunes Music Store was seamless. Syncing your music library was as simple as connecting your iPod to your computer. The user experience, from purchasing to listening, was intuitive and enjoyable, a testament to Apple's obsession with simplicity and ease of use. The iPod's impact extended far beyond Apple's bottom line. It helped to legitimize digital music, paving the way for the streaming services that dominate the industry today. It also cemented Apple's reputation as a company that could not only design beautiful hardware but also create seamless and user-friendly software ecosystems. The iPod was more than just a product, it was a cultural force. It changed the way we listen to music, paving the way for a new era of portable entertainment. It demonstrated the power of combining sleek design, intuitive technology, and a focus on the user experience. The iPod was a resounding success, and it would lay the foundation for Apple's next revolutionary product, the iPhone. The year 2007 marked a seismic shift in the technological landscape, a year when the way we interacted with technology, and indeed the world around us, would be forever altered. It was the year Apple introduced the iPhone, a device that transcended the boundaries of conventional mobile phones and ushered in the era of the smartphone. The iPhone wasn't merely an incremental improvement, it was a paradigm shift, a bold declaration that the future of computing was mobile, personal, and deeply interconnected. Before the iPhone, mobile phones were primarily utilitarian devices used for making calls and sending text messages. The internet, while rapidly evolving, was still largely confined to desktop computers. The iPhone shattered these limitations, seamlessly integrating a mobile phone, an iPod, and an internet communication device into one sleek and intuitive package. At the heart of the iPhone's revolution was its revolutionary touchscreen interface. The iPhone dispensed with the physical keyboards and styluses that plagued earlier mobile devices, opting instead for a large, multi-touch display that responded to the natural gestures of the human hand. Tapping, swiping, and pinching replaced the clunky buttons and menus of old, making interacting with a mobile device more intuitive and enjoyable than ever before. The iPhone wasn't just about hardware, it was about the software ecosystem that Apple built around it. The App Store, launched a year after the iPhone's debut, created a marketplace where developers could offer a seemingly limitless range of applications, transforming the iPhone from a device for communication and entertainment into a platform for creativity, productivity, and virtually every aspect of modern life. The iPhone's impact was immediate and profound. It quickly became one of the most sought-after gadgets on the planet, with long lines forming outside Apple stores whenever a new model was released. The iPhone wasn't just a product, it was a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of innovation, style, and the ever-increasing convergence of technology and daily life. The iPhone's success was a testament to Apple's ability to anticipate and shape consumer desires. Jobs, with his uncanny ability to understand the intersection of technology and human needs, had once again created a product that people didn't even know they needed until they held it in their hands. The iPhone was more than just a device. It was an extension of ourselves, a tool that empowered us to communicate, create, and connect in ways that were previously unimaginable. The iPhone's influence extended far beyond Apple's bottom line. It revolutionized the mobile phone industry, forcing competitors to scramble to catch up with Apple's innovations. It also spawned a new generation of mobile apps and services, transforming the way we consume information, interact with businesses, and navigate the world around us. The iPhone was a watershed moment in technological history. It marked the beginning of the smartphone era, an era where the power of computing is no longer confined to desktops or even laptops, but is readily available in our pockets, ready to connect us to a world of information, entertainment, and human connection. The iPhone wasn't just a product, it was a revolution, and its legacy continues to shape the technological landscape we inhabit today. From its humble beginnings in a California garage to its current status as a global tech titan, Apple's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. It's a story of innovation, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology. Apple's impact extends far beyond its impressive product lineup. It has fundamentally changed how we live, work, and interact with the world around us. Apple's legacy is one of empowering individuals through technology. From the first Apple II, which brought personal computing to the masses, to the iPhone, which put the power of the internet in our pockets, Apple has consistently strived to make technology more accessible, intuitive, and enjoyable to use. This user-centric approach, coupled with a relentless pursuit of design excellence, is at the heart of Apple's enduring appeal. Today, Apple stands as one of the most valuable companies globally, a testament to its enduring brand power and its ability to consistently deliver products that capture the imagination of consumers worldwide. But Apple's story is far from over. With a continued focus on innovation in areas like augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and sustainable technology, Apple is poised to shape the future of technology for years to come. The story of Apple is a powerful reminder that even the most ambitious dreams can be realized with a potent combination of vision, determination, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. As Apple continues to evolve and innovate, one thing remains certain: the company that Steve Jobs built will continue to inspire, challenge, and shape the technological landscape for generations to come.